Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor
Здравствуйте, здравствуйте, дорогие друзья. И там вон половцы сидят. Мы их, наверное, все-таки обойдем. Я несколько раз пытался их заколбасить, но что-то, блин, неудачненько. Поэтому мы поступим вот так. Так, мы продолжаем проходить Kingdom Deliverance. Бежим в Сазаву. Сазава у нас уже... Вот она. Так, я не знаю, будем с Ульрихом говорить, не будем. Сейчас будем всех допрашивать здесь. Ну, вот такая у нас миссия, наверное, сейчас будет. Так что подписываемся на канал, лайки там ставим. Что еще, комментарии оставляем. Давайте, поехали. Сазава. Там мостик где-то должен быть. О. А я его, кстати, не видел никогда. Та-та-та-та-та. Ну ладно. Так. Нам надо медь, ртуть, да, там понаходить всякую херню. Календула. А, вон мост. Еще один. Давайте почитаем. Кто ты? А тут у меня, наверное, несколько с ним миссий будет, да? Доброго тебе дня. Ты работаешь с медиа?
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. From the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
Ага, Зах работает.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Rabstein.
Бродник, Отто Рабштейн. Зах.
Tell me more about Zach.
Расскажи мне о Захе. Он мне не очень нравится в своем ремесле.
But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Так.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zack mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots and that his son will see him off.
That will
Так,
be all.
ясно.
Thank you.
Так.
I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells.
Это
and
уже
then
другое
nothing of yours
задание.
ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell. Just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel there too long.
I'd
Давай
like to
попробуем.
ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
So that's why I'm curious just how you go about it.
Look, I learnt it from my father. May he rest in peace. And I don't mean to share our secret with anyone.
So it's a family formula.
Actually, yes, it is. And that's how it's going to stay.
Let's
Так,
stop talking about
достаточно.
tempering.
А давай посмотрим, что у него... Как насчет поторговаться?
Good luck to you.
Что у тебя есть? Уголь, топор плотника, топор бундаря, топор, шапель. Вот такую, наверное, себе шапель какую-то надо. Но не такую. Ладно, там у того посмотрим. Осколок. Меч грабителя. 129. Честно, почти ни хера и нет у него. Па-па-па-па. Так, Зах, он у нас там под монастырем находится. Ну давай поговорим с Захом. То, что мы пока знаем. Он самый неприятный тип. Зах. Зах. Вот сюда. Что-то я тут драться разучился. Мясник. Зах.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you work
Сразу.
here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
Так, я пытаюсь кое-что, я не могу сказать.
I'm looking into a few things here.
Looking
Повысилось.
into things? Meaning what?
I'm on the trail of a gang of counterfeiters.
Well, that's a serious business, but to answer your question, no. I don't work copper here.
По-моему,
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
By Mickelson the Master Armourer, am I right? They're forever trying to smear my good name. That's why they said it. To make me look suspicious.
But they don't know I'm investigating anything.
Then they're making things up just for spite. Anything else? I still have work to do.
What can you tell me about the Sexal blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
так,
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Мне
That's not what
сказали
I heard.
другое.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
By
Давайте.
Mickelson, the master armorer, am I right?
But they don't know I'm investigating.
Then they're making things... Anything else? I still have work to do. Take care.
Так, у нас еще разговор с тобой не закончен. Ну, давай, кто ты там такой?
My respects to you, sir.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Так, что мы выберем? Тебе будет больно, да? Ну давай, тебе будет больно.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. And then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
Jesus Christ! Are you insane?
Maybe. So are you gonna talk?
Just take it easy. You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
Вот.
So why all the secrecy about that?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
Jesus, please don't hurt him.
We'll see about that.
Good luck to you.
Так, ну что, поговорим теперь с ним?
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
Сделать так, что вам будет еще хуже.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Тебе, блядь, еще и помочь. 18. Ну, смотрим.
Do you know what the penalty is for counterfeiting?
I never give it much thought.
Evidently, because the penalty for counterfeiting is burning at the stake. And I can personally guarantee that when you're standing on that pyre, you'll find a loss of earnings is the least of your concerns.
No, of course you're right. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm afraid of being left destitute.
So, out with it. What's been going on?
One evening I got a visit from this
Однажды
scruffy
вечером
beggar
ко мне
calling
зашел
himself Rapota.
нечестный
He had a
попрошайка,
yellow cape
который
on,
называл
kept
себя
whistling to himself. There was a knight with
Рапотой.
him too,
С
but
ним
he
был
didn't give his
рыцарь.
name. They told me what I had to do,
Он сказал
how
мне,
much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly, but I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there. next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Ладно, пока что мне этого
Young
хватит.
man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
First, tell me
Ну
what's
ладно,
going on.
говори.
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
Выкупить
And what is
монополию
it you need
хочет.
from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Какой у
your
вас
plan?
план?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
Then what do I get out of it?
Vitus will let you have the cuirass from his suit of armor, and I'll throw in a few groschen on top.
Sounds good.
And I'm sure a fella like you would be glad to be on good terms with the best armorer for miles around, eh?
That remains to be seen.
Так,
I don't much
ладно.
like the sound of that. Better count me out.
Мне не
yourself.
нравится.
I'll get someone else to do it. May the
Закончить
Lord watch
разговор.
over you.
Так. Это мы выяснили. Так, смотрим дальше. Узнать, откуда достают ртуть. Поговорить. Давайте карту посмотрим. Ага. Поговори с Ульрихом. Вот тут вопросик у нас. Портной. Короче, нам тут еще бегать и бегать. К этому мы пока не пойдем, к Ульриху. Мы сначала все узнаем. Ой, ёптя, куда я бегу? А потом уже... Пусть пока в корчме поотдыхает. Па-па-па-па. Так. Мы большое видео опять не будем делать, потому что оно и грузится почему-то долго. О. Там какое-то задание еще. У нас, по-моему, есть один шнапс. Мы можем сохраниться. Так, значит, в следующей серии мы узнаем, где ртуть и вся их херня. Потом только обратимся к Ульриху. Потому что там был какой-то рыцарь. Вдруг это Ульрих. Ну, вы поняли. Потому что он тоже достаточно подозрительный, скажем так. Ой, подустал. Конь. Так, короче, где-то здесь нам надо узнать. Тут много еще что надо узнать. Рапота. Вот он, рапота. Вот он, рапота наш. Вот он к этому причастен. Это хорошо. Ладно, ребят, давайте подписываемся на канал, ставим лайки. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Расследование про монетки мы, про фальшивомонетчиков разберем еще в следующей серии. Так что всем спасибо за просмотр и всем пока-пока.